like and subscribe. The video I made before this explained that Africans and indigenous people took in Caucasians, fed them, helped them, civilized them, and incorporated them into their society. Why? At this particular point in time, there was no such thing as white supremacy and racism. The world was basically interracial. But understand this: Caucasians are Neanderthals. People of color, especially black people, are Homo sapiens. There is a story, and it goes like this. We've all heard it before. The old woman took in the snake that was freezing in the cold. And when she took in the snake, we can consider that an act of thanksgiving. It was an act of thanksgiving, where the snake was thankful for what she gave the snake in order for the snake to survive. But we all know the end of the story is that the snake bit her. And when she asked the snake, "Why did you bite me?" the snake said, "Well, you knew I was a snake in the first place." But the reality of the situation is being a snake was no excuse. Because animals, even wild animals, lions, tigers, bears, if you treat them right and you befriend them, they will remember you all their lives and they will not attack you. And we've seen examples of this on TV in many stories. We've seen where people have raised lions, nurtured them and took care of them, and those lions never forgot. Bears the same way. Basically all animals, even though they are instinctive. Love can overcome instinct. However, it did not work when Homo sapiens took in Caucasians and made them a part of our societies. Greed in its many forms held Caucasians prisoner, and it still holds them prisoners. Because racism is based on what? Enslavement and colonization. It means that you are not dependent upon yourself to survive. You are either not intelligent enough to do it, or you are too lazy to work for yourself and do it, or you are both. And it equals to incompetence. But it is one thing to be incompetent and know it. It is another thing to lie about it and try to steal other people's ethnicities. Steal their creations and put a patent on it because you yourself couldn't do it. Well, my slave invented this, and since this person is my slave, I have a right to everything that he creates because I myself are incompetent, too lazy, or whatever to create what this person created. See, black people are superior to Caucasians because we incorporated them into our society and tried to educate them. But they were jealous. They were jealous. And they were a victim of their own greed. They were a victim of their greed. And their greed keeps them locked in a cage where they will never be free because they will always be dependent. And you see, they would have dissolved black people if they were not dependent upon black people. An example of this, even to this day, the United States is at war with China. Why? Because China is outproducing them. And they say that that's unfair that you outproduce us. You see, American oligarchs, what they want to do is control the world. They want to control the world. They are an impediment. They are an impediment to the advancement of humanity. They are an impediment. They are dependent upon people. And then they want to lie about it. I mean, this is demonic. This has nothing to do with instinct. This is a choice to be a demon and to demonize the people that you have been a demon towards. You Caucasians demonize black people and accuse us of doing the things that they've been doing. They raped black women, Asian women, forced themselves on other races. They got gunpowder. They learned gunpowder from the Japanese. Then they took that gunpowder and they made cannons. And they went back to Japan and forced the Japanese to trade with them. Forced the Japanese to trade with them. And this probably had everything to do with the attack on Pearl Harbor. Because one thing about Asians, they love revenge. They are very revenge-oriented people. So I'm going to stop here, but I'm going to say one other thing. They have brainwashed people, especially the people of India, into wanting to be white. These people are so ridiculous, now they want to be white. But I will tell you this, it is time, and it may be too late, for the world to awaken. Because global warming is not going to stop overnight. It's going to reach a zenith before it starts to come back down. And when it reaches that zenith, there will be more flooding. There will be more heat. But my thing is this. This is what I wonder about. But as it builds up gradually, as the world heats up gradually, I think that it will allow my melanated skin to absorb nuclear radiation and will allow me to survive it as long as I don't take in too much. You see, everything on this planet comes from the sun. This planet and all the planets in our solar system came out of the sun. African spirituality taught that the sun, S-U-N, is the son, S-O-N, of God. And we are Everything on this planet is a progeny of the sun. You see, God is eternal, has always been, but the sun is immortal because it has been created. And we are a creation of the elements in the sun. This might be too much for some of you, but what you bring to the table allows you to take from the table. So you have to bring a certain amount of wisdom to gain wisdom. But I'm getting off the subject now, so like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later.